Good evening everyone, and welcome to my first tutorial getting started with Ember. My name is Timothy and I will be guiding you through this. So first of all, we'll need to get some basic things up. I assume that you have some previous knowledge about JavaScript, PHP and HTML. So the basics first. We should get a IDE where you can program in PHP and HTML. So I use the Netbeans IDE. I will be providing the link to this, but if you go to the just Google Netbeans, you should be able to download that. But you can use any other IDE that can support HTML and PHP. After we've gotten an IDE set up, we should get a PHP server. So if we go to Wamp server, that's the one I use, but also you can use any other PHP based server. Then you should download that and get that installed. After we've gotten Wamp server downloaded and installed, as well as your Netbeans or other IDE, we then need to go and start with Ember. So the first thing I would like to do is while we're setting everything up is get the Ember inspector. That'll just help you during development a lot to navigate through everything and to debug. So I'm using Firefox. So by going to the add-ons in Firefox under extensions and web development, if you just search for the Ember inspector, you can add that to your Firefox, and it'll help you while developing. So after we've gotten the Ember inspector, your IDE, your PHP server up, then we have to get the latest Ember files. So we go to the latest Ember. We go to Ember. Ember's website. We'll also be providing the link, but it's pretty easy to find by googling. We just go to builds and then to release, and then we download the debug version, the minified version of the Ember releases. Okay, then after we've gotten those downloaded, we will need to get the Ember starter kit from GitHub. So I will also be providing you with a link to this. We just download this. It'll give you a RAR file, and we'll get to extracting that soon enough. Then when you're done with that, get the latest jQuery files from the download link here. We can get the minified version here. That we won't really require that much debugging for jQuery. So let's get that. Once you've gotten everything downloaded, we'll just start with the Ember starter kit. So I'm assuming by now you've installed your IDE, your PHP server, and you've gotten everything downloaded. So as you can see, I've already extracted my starter kit, and I've just copied this file into my Wamp folders www file and just pasted it in there. So to see if everything is up and running as we want it, we just go into the browser, open a new tab and type localhost, enter, and you can see that your Wamp server is up and running. And then in your projects you can see starter kit master, which means you have the starter kit going. Before we move on to that, we need to get the latest files that we've downloaded for Ember and jQuery, and go into the starter kit master, into JavaScript, and into library, and replace all these files with the latest ones that are out there. As you can see, I've already done so. The files that they come out with look like this. It's Ember 1.11, Ember template compiler 1.11, and jQuery 1.10.2. When you look at the one we're using, we're going to be using 1.11.1 Ember.min 1.11.1, Ember template compiler 1.11.1, jQuery 1.11.2. So we've just pasted it in here and removed the old files. And then in my IDE in Netbeans, I've already imported the project into there, so we can code in here. So normally when you import it, it will look exactly like this, and it will open the index file by default. So in here, in your index file, you will see that I have already replaced all the old script tags for the new JavaScript ones already. So you'll have to just update these annotations to the correct script versions. So as you can see, I have taken out I've put it in the min and then just commented it out so that we can use that later when we actually want to compile. But at the moment I'm using the Ember.debug so that we can easily debug what we're doing. Okay, so then going back to our Firefox, and with a local host already created or opened, we type in starterkit master, and you should be seeing that. So that's your first Ember application. It is already up and running. So now we can get into the actual coding, and hopefully you're seeing what I'm seeing already, and we can actually start changing it.